I guess that's good. This is Capote.
Hang on, I haven't gotten to your screen yet. People don't search. Oh, he's beautiful. I love him.
Oh, this is a beautiful horse.
I
But
love him.
he was so screwed up.
Oh, he's beautiful.
You'll see. You'll see. But
I can already sort of already. Oh, he is beautiful, Jim.
yeah,
How old is he?
I think he's 15.
Oh, he's marvelous.
Don't know anything about his history. There's no videos, but I think he got the treatment. He does a lot. I mean, there's so many similar. Fuck, even Importante, when I first was riding him, he was pretty green, but nevertheless, he could just run sideways.
Oh.
Kind of the same thing.
Is he whole? Is he a stallion still?
No. No. He's a good guy. Otherwise, like on the ground, he's, you wouldn't know it. But I like when I first got him, getting on and having him walk like this was an impossibility.
I could have believed
it was an immediate meltdown.
Oh my God, he just got
And after he left, Gal had him with his massage trainer in Las Vegas, but she was afraid. So she rode him twice, had him for a year. He walks out though, doesn't he?
Yeah, we've got to get, I think that we can even get him so that his foot, oh my goodness, that his footfalls are quieter, that he takes his time a little more.
Oh yeah, it's difficult. I can't start to regulate it. I'm just letting him.
No,
I'm not interfering with anything.
Every time he makes a turn softly and quietly or enters a straight line, just say good, just in a very low tone. He's very
good.
Yeah, he's very, let's say, or even maybe
he's a worried horse.
Yeah, he's very worried. And he's bred to please you. So not you, us. So you have to reassure him that you're happy.
Oh yeah, and I really pet him a lot when he's done, but it's
but we're even gonna
good boy. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And tell him that a soft turn like that is very sophisticated and elite, and like he's like thinking he's like, I mean, this is a world-class beautiful horse.
Yeah.
And so the very simple he does everything so beautiful and perfect just from how he's made, but all of his self-confidence has just been, I mean,
oh yeah, he's a mess.
Yeah, he's an emotional.
He just was forced. I think he was so good that they got greedy and said, "This horse is going to make me look good." Right?
That's what happened to the horse the Major and I bought.
They just demanded that he.
Yep. They just.
He's not. Yeah.
They made them just. Yeah.
Good.
Good boy. Wow.
Good boy.
Yeah.
I got to remember, even though I'm just tooling around, to make good turns.
Yes.
Sometimes I leave that out. It's just.
And then maybe put a circle in the corner, and each section of the circle that he's following your weight, like introduce your weight, like every other step saying good
boy.
And then see if you can put in a halt and then just be lavish. And he will believe you because he will respect you being a man also.
He has serious trouble down in this corner too.
Yeah.
That was another thing. Oh, good
Oh,
boy.
boy,
Good
bravo.
boy. Yeah, that's I do. I
So
have a gal braid him and leave him in these braids because his mane is so long. You can't even see his head when he's.
I
I mean, you can't
bet.
even see his shoulder. It's below his point of his shoulder.
Yeah, tell him brav,
Good boy.
guapo. I wonder, how do you say stallion in Spanish?
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, I know in Spanish it's cariñón.
Yeah, tell him that because I think they also get humiliated by the gelding a little bit. Brav.
Well, they don't. It's like they don't speak. If I spoke Portuguese, sometimes I thought it'd be
Oh, Portuguese, sorry.
yeah.
So,
But one thing I noticed they do,
that's excellent.
they
Good
will
boy.
halt at a whistle. They will, and when you're punching them, they like to whistle.
Well,
So it's instead of
maybe
the German.
try it because he was started beautifully, which is why people exploited him. So see if you can find his original language
Good
before he
boy.
got trashed. Ah,
Good boy. Yeah, it's taken me. I've had him a year and almost 2 years, and it's just been. I've gotten him ridden, but I've ended up on loose rein. But then I do loose rein, and he just
yeah, he falls apart because he can't hold himself together.
or he rips the reins out of my hand. I let him stretch, but it's not a stretch. It's like
Yeah, it's a snatch.
it's yeah, it's terrible. But it is better. But the longer you're on him, it's like the more anxiety. If he thinks you're going to do something, and I know they forced him into tempi changes because I can tell because
Yeah.
he has trouble holding the lead. So it's back to basics. Like,
Yeah. You know what I recommend is that we'll take him through Podolsky's sequence of circles, circles and circles, figure eights, change of
good
rein,
boy.
and sort of reteach the canter that he won't even know it's canter.
That would be great because
Yeah, let's do that.
see, I like it. He was pulls up, his ears are up, and he's not minding a little contact. It's a
Right?
great feel. But because he gets on the muscle and he'd drop his chin to his chest.
I'm sure.
And then if they took a picture of me at that point and put it on one of those,
you would be crucified.
Epona TV,
Right.
like gym practices roll curve. And
So now what I want you to do is make a circle in each corner, but I want you to teach him that you're going to loosen before each corner, and then your inside leg will search for the ground at the bottom of your boot. Teach him the loosening preface. Yeah. And if he notices and loosens on his own, make an incredible fuss.
and I go even on the straight line.
Yes. And if he notices that, anything he notices, praise him, even if he gets it wrong, right? Right now, we're going to praise him for even noticing things.
Good boy.
Yeah. And also, and not just good boy like a youngster, also like this is really elegant stuff, horse. Like you are a man. He needs a little bit of like confidence.
You're the boss.
Yeah, you're beautiful, guapo. I don't know how to say it in Portuguese.
Well, I don't know how you could look it up.
Yeah,
Stallion. No, it's
probably very close.
Might be. Okay, we're gonna change the bend here. If he notices.
Yeah. Loosen first. Good boy.
Yep.
Yeah. And then see if your weight can just drop down the one side or if that scares him.
I'll change. If you can see him here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Good boy.
He initially gets it, but then he kind of leans into it.
That's okay. So now make the change of
satellite.
rein. Make the change of rein with a definite moment of loose exhale, loosen all joints prior to the change of weight. teach the loosening exhale as the main feature of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
And that might take a couple days too. Because if we have that as a default, think how much easier everything else will be.
It's like a pre-cue.
Yeah, it's a preparatory command. That's exactly right.
But,
Preparatory
I
command.
was happy to see Mike Zimmerman. So, oh, you'll be happy to know that whole and come to a grinding halt.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
It's yeah. I mean, I was just waiting politely for it to, but now he's posting this weird. I mean, he just doesn't have these weird instructions that are missing so much information, and I'm just like, well, I'm not going to comment, but Mike Zimmerman did.
Oh,
I thought that was pretty good today, because he was talking about keeping the horse between the bend in the horse to the outside rein and keeping the horse between the aids, and Mike goes, you haven't said anything about the seat weight aids. It was all about your lower leg and almost like trapping the horse between there.
yeah, he must be copying those partial instructions from somewhere. Trapping.
He just no, I think he's never been vetted.
Yeah.
His own instructions. I mean, it works for him, but people, they're like that. So I don't listen to very many people. Good boy, this feels good.
Good, very good. Yeah. Lower your arms, lower your shoulders and elbows, and just wait for him, because he's expecting you to kick the shit out of him.
He's expecting a lot of shit.
Yeah. So all you're going to do is get even softer and looser, and your straight line float a bit will lower the entire line. Does that make sense?
He proved, yeah, absolutely. But he proves to me that my riding isn't quite good enough.
But it will take time. You can be perfect, and it could take us a few weeks.
But it's a good lesson in how important.
Bravo. Good.
Boy.
Yeah, and see,
Boy.
he doesn't really have the carrying capacity. Got chased out of him. Yeah.
Same with that halt.
Good boy.
I waited for him.
Yeah. Lower your elbows and hands and soften. Yeah, just wait. And now sit on the cantle a little bit, soften your knees and proceed very quietly. Yeah, good boy. Good.
One thing about this saddle, it has a cantle.
Good. And halt again. Wait for him to be soft, and then proceed again. That he carried you. Did you feel how that slowed down his walk steps? Because he was carrying.
Yeah, but see, here's where. This is where he starts.
Lower your arms, lower your elbows, and soften. Lower your arm. Yeah. Good. And now just walk out. Just forget it. Just go on. Just walk.
Yeah. This is where it doesn't take long, and he has spots in the arena too that he thinks he has to leave. He's actually a little better now, out like in the obstacle course.
Yeah.
He's better, but he's got panic buttons at certain places, and it's not just this arena. I think it's in the arena.
Also, it's like he has PTSD even when certain things happen in the riding. Good boy. March out of it before march out before he gets worried. Yeah, do not try right now the next month. Don't try to make the walk the halt duration long.
Okay.
Just be happy with a soft immobility and then get out of it.
That's kind of what Nuno Matos told me about Javi when I was having trouble with him. Like stop him from pee-offing, halt him, but then don't expect him to stay there.
Don't expect him to stand. Just halt and then go. A carrying go.
I mean, it really is if you wanted to be all modern and groovy.
Good. Out. Open your seat. Out. Open your seat. Yes. There you got his hind end. Did you feel it? That scares him. Engagement scares him a little bit. Good boy.
Oh,
You're
yeah, it's difficult.
God, he really is. He just is ruined. But I
I
think
told you. And that's why it's very frustrating because you just go, I am riding this great horse.
you are
And then you
riding
just,
a
it,
great
it,
horse.
and it makes you just so pissed off.
Yep.
I want to go find and just slap him,
Makes
you
me
know.
want to go just slap him across the
If
face.
it was even him, I mean, I don't know.
Right.
And you know, I think he came from Portugal too, but they might have done bullfighting too.
They
I don't
might have.
know
Yep. They
because
might.
he actually has that. So
What happens if
I
you
got to practice. If I'm
good,
sitting, you
good.
assume if my butt goes to the cantle, even though I'm not leaning back. It's just
Right.
is that the open seat right there, or I
Yes.
just allow
Yes,
him
it's
to
very
go?
good. And you see that will
Yeah.
make a very pure weight drop bilaterally. So now put in one of those very brief, soft to halt at the entry of your small circles.
Uh, at the entry.
So halt and then enter the circle.
Oh, like here, I'll do a 10 meter. Whoops.
Elbows, hands low, straight line low. Good. And just say to him, follow my eye, follow my weight, follow my ring.
He's just looking for what the other
Oh,
day, and I
wait,
felt like,
listen what I'm going to
oh,
say.
okay. Okay.
From the halt, then you're going to enter the circle, and your riding has to say, just follow my eye, my weight in the rein, and that he follows those instructions into the circle instead of him saying, oh my God, now what? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep your elbows low so your thumbnails are below the ridge of his withers. Good. Look on the line you want, and then just say, you have to promise him, my eye is always going to be on the line we're going to take, and my weight will agree with it. You have to that is,
Yeah. So this is really getting the weight aid, and
yeah.
the eyes should be an aid
Yes.
to
And that
to
you're
be.
not going to contradict yourself and mind fuck him. You have to promise him. Good. Now look. Yeah. Look.
Yeah. But that's really important, isn't it? I mean,
Yes, it is. It
hard
literally
to remember.
will it'll make I don't really like the word trust. He needs to be able to believe you, or else he is going to have to just go through his guessing ritual.
Well, and also most of the time he goes, I'm out of here. I don't like any of
I
this.
would
You know,
too.
that's
So even
good boy.
good boy. Yeah. Yeah, so you just are going to teach him, you can trust my eye, my weight in the inner rein. You can follow these, and it'll be, yeah. Now, there won't be a second. You will make a mistake down the road. Don't worry about it. It'll be a very brief one and you'll feel terrible. But he probably wouldn't really survive another rider who didn't understand this. Because then,
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I can't imagine it.
no, I can't either.
And I think they might have looked at him like, well, you're just a son of a bitch.
No,
You
no.
know, they take it personally, but
Good boy. Use your voice. Praise. Yep.
good boy, good boy. He has a hard time going straight because
Yeah. Don't worry
and
about
he
that.
wants to talk you into screwing with his hind end when he
Right.
does that. And I don't think
Well,
that's
he's
good.
waiting for you to attack him. Good boy for halting. Now follow my eye. Follow my. Yeah. Good.
Oh yeah.
So it will save time to go back to the very beginning. Almost every day you probably will have to.
I do a lot of this and then I go, well, I'm ready to do something else. And then it eventually falls apart.
That's okay.
So I've got to remember. It's like a checklist.
Yeah, it's more like he cracks up than falls apart. Good boy.
Good boy.
Hands low, elbows
Okay.
low, I should say. that the whole line, elbow to bit, lowers. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, you can't stay on line unless I'm looking at the line.
Yeah. Good. And lower right when you're
Oh,
about to
shoot.
make the
Yeah,
halt
I know.
motion,
I did
let
it.
your shoulders drop and your elbows lower than as the halt is.
It's an old habit, and I do the opposite with my rein. But I should.
Everybody does.
You pull back and say, why pick up the rein when you're going forward?
Lower. That. Yes.
And
Good.
then here,
Good.
like this.
Ah, well.
Yeah, I just have to remember. I mean, it's like you got to have self-awareness.
Yeah.
I got to pretend you're in my ear when you're not,
Yeah.
or somebody is.
Yeah. Me or the major. Or any of them. Any of the men. Duke of Newcastle. Elbows to your into your thighs. Yeah, brav. Good boy.
That's better.
Good boy.
That's better.
Good. How about a circle in a corner that he likes? A small circle, about the diameter of which is about 2 of his body lengths. So maybe what is that going to be, like 8 meters?
Mm-hmm.
And then just let him sort of ooze into a very quiet trot on that circle, following your eye, following your weight.
What would be, speaking of just technical things and sequences, what would be the good sequence from a walk to a trot?
It would be that you sight your line with your eye and then handbrake off, vanish your hand inside the gloves, exhale, loosen all joints, open your seat, ride to the front of your blouse. And then if you need to say the word trot, you would. That sounds like a lot of things, but it really isn't. So that you see your line, your hand breaks off, open seat, proceed forward. Yeah. Good. And then reverse those things to walk, but except for keep your eye on the line. Good. And yep.
Well, I had to go somewhere
Only
else.
start these transitions only on a circle, not on a straight line. Because they'll help be like a little training wheel right now. Good. Yeah, boy.
Good.
Yeah, good job.
All
And
right, I'm gonna do.
he's gonna be incredulous that you're happy with such simple things. Not in a good incredulous, not in a good way. He's going to be suspicious of it. Good. Good. And just now just open your feet, say ho walk, lower your up, lower. Good boy. And then back to trot. Open your seat back to trot. Still on the same line though. This is the mistake. You must stay on the circle line.
All right, so here's the circle and don't go off of it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, he's not feeling the weight and I have to use rein, but
that's okay. Use your voice before you use your rein.
Yeah.
And oh, a low toned O is usually pretty universal. And make sure you know you're happy with him, because he's going to start going, what the hell does he want? And he's going to start freaking out. Which isn't your fault. That's what he does.
Yeah, but there's a way to deal with it. I'm going to go down here and circle down here.
And the reason why I'm saying stay on the circle to make these very soft, simple transitions is because it'll help him if you guys are only concentrating on one side at a time right now. He'll just blow a head gasket if you try to make transitions on a straight line right now.
There you go.
Yes, ask him, where am I going? Where are we going? Teach him.
Where are we going? How fast are we going?
Where are we going, buddy? Where am I taking you? Where
And
are
if
we
you
going?
use too much bit, he just turns into an ugly. I mean, I've just learned I don't like it very much.
Yeah. Good boy.
There, I was better with my arms, I think.
Yeah. They just need to lower. Yep.
See, he gets curled.
That's okay. Just wait.
I'm gonna let him go. Let
Yeah.
him go out. What you have to do is ride a circle, dude. Oop, he
What
does
was
that
his,
too.
when did I buy him?
Don't know. It's so hard to get any information from. It's very odd. She did, when. And that's when she figures that him and I don't think you can see me in that corner. I'll come here. Bad stuff.
Oh,
And she
wow.
didn't even know what was going on her own ranch. So she says.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another. Okay.
Yeah. Use your voice. Talk to him. Say, where are we going? That's and
There we
when he
go.
sees where you're going, you have to
Boy.
yes.
Good boy. Good
Yes.
boy.
Because he doesn't know that you have eyeballs.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Well, see, if I could just do it by dropping weight and not pulling back.
You
I
can.
realize I'm allowed to use my reins, but
Correct. But you have to use them along the straight line elbow to bit. You can't change where that line is or disturb that line.
and I can't put much lower leg on him. It bothers him, so I just
Yeah, but you don't need to.
see him kind of curl. Of course, that's a Lusitano trait, but
Okay. It's also sort of
I just love it when I can I can just think forward and he lifts his head. I mean, it's I'm off my line.
think of though the relative elevation that'll start to help a little bit, that your seat and soft and he sits a little before he goes, that he takes on a little weight, even if it's only a gram, before he lifts in front and goes. Yeah. So that it's a little more anchored by carrying. Yes. That's quite not good boy.
Whoa, easy.
And
Hey,
maybe do trot walk,
okay.
not trot halt.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't skip, try to skip. Go in like you're playing scales on a piano. Don't try to skip.
I'm going to go over here and do this circle over here.
And remember, he's going to be soothed.
Things are going on.
Yeah.
Hey, easy.
It's okay, buddy. When he finds out you have eyes, I think that's going to be like a changeover point in his life. Good boy. Good. Teach him to look for his own, to look around the circle if you can. Is he looking out the door?
It's not the door, it's all this junk here. And he's past it, and then he just has. You're fine. You're fine. Good boy. You're fine. He at least accepts my leg a little bit. He's trying to run sideways.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good, Jim.
Okay, we'll do that again. That was nice.
Yep.
I thought.
Yeah, make sure he knows.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Now say to him, I'm going to say something to you now, and then say it.
Hey, walk.
Yeah.
Hey,
so that's a big piece of the preparing that our riding says, I'm going to say something. Then they prepare themselves to hear it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
That's loosen, exhale, loosen all joints. I am going to speak. and they say, yes, master. And then we say what it is we're going to say, and then they're able to hear it and accept it. I think he's just gorgeous. I think we should make a project of him.
Oh yeah, well I've had it. Like I say, I've had enough. Okay, the writing, my writing gets better. You realize, okay, this is making a difference. But what we're doing here, but boy, it's hard to take a horse this old that's had all this training and go back to these basics and realize
He doesn't really
you know,
have training though.
exactly.
Yeah. If he did do the bullfight,
Hey,
also they teach them
hey.
to squirt and not half halt.
They do what?
They teach them to squirt and not half halt.
Oh, they go. I mean,
Yeah.
they love it.
Yeah.
And he's good at it, but it's like you can't. I mean, imagine trying to do a dressage test or working
No, well,
equitation.
yeah.
You know? So like it's not usable, only in relation to a bull.
He's so beautiful. I can't imagine they would have used him with bulls.
I should try and canter a little. I just want you to see it.
Just come
the
down
first
here
is-
on a circle and walk a 12-meter circle in front of me, and then make a change of rein inside of it. And use your eyes. Teach him how.
But a change of rein inside a 12-meter circle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty small circle, but
Yeah.
because then you end up with a six.
I know, but then you'll be back on a 12, and then you can make it a 14 or 16 very easily.
That's quite a turn.
Yes.
Almost.
Now remember to
okay.
teach him that you loosen and exhale before the change of rein inside the circle, because then you also have a loosen exhale before the strike off. You follow my logic? Yeah, good boy. Yeah.
Gotta remember to leave my shoulders, just drop the weight of my shoulders like they got.
And loosen.
So this is about it. I'll change in through here.
You're going to loosen, change, bend. Yeah, keep your right arm low. Keep your right elbow low. Good. Good.
Easy. Yeah.
Good. Good. Loosen, change.
Oh, I was
Yeah, I would make the changes of rein much more frequent so we can install that idea right now, because that is the strike off. Good. Loosen. Good. Change.
Hey. Look out the door.
Yeah.
Some horses kind of a spooky arena anyway. Somebody's putting a horse out, you see. But it doesn't matter. You can figure out I'm still talking to him.
Yeah, remember the loosening moment before you change direction. That's what you need to get into him the next day or two. Loosen, then change. Yes. Then you have a chance to put in a strike off.
Shall I try one?
Yeah. Loosen, and then put your nose right. That's okay. Just pull him up quietly. Don't let him know he did anything wrong.
He's waiting for a big cue to do it.
Listen to me. You're going to repeat it, whichever direction, it doesn't matter. And just loosen and put the tip of your nose over his outer ear and let your inner canter leg just drop. And say the word canter. Very soft and sweet. Low. Good.
Whoa.
Good boy. Good. Use your voice. Tell him he's good. Good, and walk. Tell him he's good.
Good boy.
Not. Yeah.
It took a while. He's at least not skipping as much behind, but he'll drop that. He gets so tight. It's a contraction.
Exactly.
That his hind leg stiffens and drops in a hole.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying you have to teach him this loosening, exhaling element before any attempts to engage.
Not to mention, you see him take off like a rocket.
Yeah, I could see how
Yeah.
it would.
It's- and then now he's up. See,
Yeah. Talk to him more.
yeah, that's good.
Good boy.
You're good.
And tell him, like literally say, the softer and quieter and more just between us you can do this, buddy, the better. He's never had, he needs information. Good. Good. Now come back and make that right to left one, but really think about loosening before you sit to the left and you're going to canter left.
Oh, I got to turn around.
Yeah, you got to go to the right and repeat that one exactly.
I'll do it this way. We'll go through the center of the circle here.
Good. Oh, slow down. You rushed him there. So it's loosen, change, rein, proceed. It's not loosen, change, rein, hurry.
Am I going from a right circle here to a left lead?
Yes.
Okay. That was a little bit
Yeah.
paralysis of analysis.
And I want you just to when you get to the loosening part, just put the tip of your nose over the tip of his right ear, sit left and say canter, lower your arms.
And
Perfect.
wasn't bad. He does. He is.
Very good.
I have to use. Come on. Hey,
Good. Keep up with him. Good. Keep up with him. Good. Tell him he's a good boy. Walk.
hey. Well,
You know, I see why this is such a nightmare, but a labor of
yeah.
but I see it being worth it.
Oh, yeah. It puts a lot of pressure on me to ride correctly, remember these things. But good boy.
Boy.
The other thing is he is
Pat him,
used
pat him,
to.
make a big fuss.
I have to transfer the inside weight,
Mhm.
but I do. He needs. They all cue from the outside leg for the canter.
Yeah, but you're gonna just disregard that mistake.
I use it just to help, but I don't rely on. I don't just
Right.
say. It's like
But-
teaching him a new thing. Look, when you.
But also the word
Yes, you
canter or gallop, the word
Yeah.
will help you too and won't put more stimulation into his tissue. Does that make sense?
Yes, he knows a kiss,
Well, then use the kiss, but make it
but
a
the
soft.
kiss might. Let's try what happens between left and right. But you want it from a trot, not necessarily.
No, I don't. I want it from a walk. And I want to see the loosening before it. I have to leave in a couple minutes. Oh, good boy. Use your voice too. Talk to him. He hasn't been talked to enough, Jim.
Oh,
Good.
oh.
Good.
Now, would you remember that?
Yeah.
But boy, he's got so much PTSD that it doesn't. I mean, if you do anything remotely reminiscent
Exactly.
of whatever it was, he just goes,
Exactly.
"You're that guy, and I'm out of here."
Exactly. Which is also why he looks better than he did half an hour ago, which is why also reverting to voice. Did you see Office Hours yesterday? I talked about voice.
No, I never. I forget about it,
Well, it's okay.
and I'm always doing something.
But you can always go back to it and you don't have to. But I was talking about voice and we have to, it's very helpful in situations like this.
It is. It's a reason there's an aid.
Yep.
And also the weight aid and the eye aid.
Yeah.
For him, it's like you got to remember, what are we trying to teach these horses? Those are the language.
Yeah.
So just keeping them on the line, the circle,
Yep.
is like gives it a place to happen.
That's right. Well said.
Right. Yeah, and it's not. All you're doing is establishing a place for
Look,
it to take
he's
place.
standing on the spot, Jim.
Yeah, and he's not totally ripping the reins out of my.
What a boy! Because your position
Good
is
boy, good boy.
You are a good
He's not
boy.
in a dead. I trace clipped him.
Boy.
Yeah, he'd be so nice, wouldn't he?
Oh, he's stunning.
I don't know how long. I just have to make him a better horse than he is. But what a shame you can't show off this horse and say, "Watch this beautiful horse."
Well, why don't we make him a star? We'll make him a star.
I could alternate lessons between him and Importante.
Yeah, or just add him in.
It's funny, I wrote him. It's a little boring. I did another little brief thing in the obstacle course, and he zeroes in on he knows what he's doing a little bit. So the actual
Yeah.
oh, there's the barrels. I know what we're doing. It's just like jumping, right?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Exactly right.
And not that he's
that makes him not so terrified when he knows.
Yeah, now I think this year I'm going to there's a couple schooling shows because I noticed he gets Gatau is turned out in the field next to this obstacle course, and Gatau protecting him, and Gatau turns into stout. He comes, rushes the fence, and jumps and pins his ears. I can chase him off, but it buzzed up Importante, and then he got real nervous about stuff, and it's happened a few times where I'm cruising through an obstacle course at a show, and something's going on in the stand here, and he kind of you wouldn't think he'd fall apart, but he just suddenly he turns into a big spooky mess. And since you're showing, you don't have the time to correct it or deal with it or whatever. So I'm gonna go to a couple of schooling shows where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that sounds.
So he can be as competitive and like sort of get everything in my favor.
This is really good, don't you think?
Oh, he couldn't do this a year ago. He'd be in a dead lather.
Yeah, I can imagine. I see what you mean. Okay, I have to go. That was really.
Thank you, Jane. Yeah, I'm glad we did that.
I think me too. I want to do it again soon, and I'm kind of having ideas percolate in my mind.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
We're in trouble now. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
Bye.
It could be really cool. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.